Please stop eating my plants. Hi. Hello. It has been a very long time, and I just wanted to start off by saying it's okay to feel lost sometimes. It's okay when you feel like the life that you're currently living is disconnected from the goals that you want to achieve, the version of yourself that you want to embody. It is okay to not know how to get there. It's okay when you can't prioritize nurturing certain parts of yourself. It's okay when you're just in survival mode. It's okay. I have had 2 jobs and have been a college student since May. All at the same time. I started everything at the same time. I had my long-term 9 to 5, my current career, and I wanted more. I had a lot to take care of that you can't do with just one job. I'm very ambitious and I'm very much on my own. So this year I'm breaking my goals down into 4 quarters and I'm planning 1 quarter at a time. I planned all of quarter 1 right before the new year hit, and I've had a general skeleton of what I want quarter 2 goals to be for when that time comes, but those are goals that are heavily going to fluctuate depending on what happened in quarter 1. Because yes, I could have these goals that I want to achieve, but is life going to allow it? We're gonna find out. I was very focused on what my external, physical, material quarter 1 goals were, and every step that I took was for that goal, but I didn't really set goals that are more internal, that are more soul connected, that are more grounded, that'll help me embody the traits that I need to embody to achieve those goals. And then I got stuck and I shut down. And even though my mental health is not the best every winter, y'all, when I was like excited, I was like, this year's gonna be so different. I went 8 months without depression. Then we get here and it's cold out. I don't feel like eating food in my fridge, and I don't feel like getting out of bed in the morning, and I'm just not feeling like existing. I was hopeful, at least I was optimistic. Yay for optimism. But now here we are, feeling a little bit neglected, but something that my lovely friend Steph brought to my attention a few days ago is that there's nothing wrong with being stoic. There's a time to be stoic. And I am smart enough to recognize the pattern, which means I am more than capable of figuring out what I can do with that. Yes, okay, maybe this is a season to be sad. Maybe that is the inevitable. But who am I going to be for myself during this season so that I can keep moving with my best foot forward? And I'm learning to reframe the feeling of dread that I would label the day with because I was having a hard time getting out of bed. I'm learning to reframe that and look at that more as stillness. And if this is who I am during these times, maybe stillness is what I need. So this month, I'm really working on connecting internally with self more and disassociating less. Let's just talk about my ecosystem. There's so many, like this is fat stack of books. Imagine carrying all of these books with you in one bag at a time. You can't. I don't. Not putting my shoulders through that. I love journaling. I've loved journaling for a very long time. I have a journal from every single year in my life, except for 1 year. And that was the year that I did the worst mentally, that I experienced such intense moments in my late teens where I'm still growing, I'm still learning, I'm still trying to figure out what adulthood means because it's something I was pushed into just a little bit too soon. And I did not do well that year. So that journal is no longer around. I felt like it had such a strong entity, a strong darkness attached to it. I didn't want to keep carrying that throughout my life. I will keep my journals. I will keep them for long periods of time because I love what I've learned. I'm not going to get rid of any other journal. Just that one cannot continue the journey with me. Now, I don't carry these everywhere all the time, all at once, because they're heavy and they all serve a different purpose. If I could carry all of them, I would probably have less. But let's start off with my main one. This one is one that I have been carrying through the years. I think this would be my 3rd year with this journal, but it's not something that I write into regularly. This one I really love it because I have taken the time to be more creatively expressive. This one is where I find myself doing the most shadow work, the most observing. This is a journal where I'm tracking the progress of my soul. Here's a journal entry from October 25th, 2025 at 5:55 p.m. I guess the universe decided I needed to be by water today. Some things are really already chosen for us, aren't they? I'll start by expressing my gratitude for the opportunity to ground myself at the end of a week where I have felt so disconnected from myself. It was so needed. Now I can focus on release. Dear Ocean, today I relinquish to you any desire, both present and subconscious, to operate outside of myself. To let the energy of those around me infiltrate my ability to be disciplined and operate independently is so unlike me, and today I am choosing to let that go. I pray that these final months I am gracious with myself, but in a way that maintains eye contact with the goal. So this one is very, very spiritual to me, as you can see. My next one, and one of my most important ones, is technically not an actual journal. This is my iPad, but I've been really into Notion lately. Notion templates, to be more specific. I haven't had the time, or I haven't made the time to get more savvy with coding. I know a little bit of coding because I've taken some digital classes, but I never practiced it enough for it to stick with me. It's mostly CSS, HTML, simple things. But on my iPad is where I journal things that are constantly changing, like my school schedule for the week. I find that being able to document what I have, then when the next week comes around, erase what I don't need, helps keep me the most organized. My next one, this one is technically a sketch journal. This is my junk journal. I keep it by my computer. It's where I write things down that I'm probably going to need in 5 minutes, but I'm never going to need again. It's where I write down some silly ideas, and if I find myself compelled to draw during work, I will. Work has been very busy this season, so I don't really find myself having that much downtime to want to draw. But when it slows down again, that's when I will experience it. This is my purse journal. This one is good because it's portable, and sometimes I'm in a flow state, or I am reflecting on myself, and I might be driving, or I just might be somewhere where having a bigger journal, like this long thing, is not really convenient to have. And I still want the opportunity to sit down and ground myself through journaling. That's what this bad boy is for. Here's one journal entry that I wrote today. I'm grateful for love. I'm grateful for divine protection. I'm grateful for abundance. One practice that I noticed myself organically pick up is gratitude journaling. When I'm feeling stressed out or overwhelmed or not grounded and I need something quick to find myself being present again, I'll journal about 3 things that I'm grateful for. If I've had a nasty attitude that morning, that really helps me woosah. This is my bedside journal. This is more of a daily. I try to journal every morning when I first wake up. Some journal entries are short, like this morning I wrote, slow and intentional. It's been a while since I've been able to wake up at 6 a.m. and not feel something else I'm very proud of. Some journal entries are a lot longer, but the point is this one is a more accurate reflection of where I am every single day in this very moment in time. Like if I was to look through that journal 10 years from now, I would have to read multiple journal entries throughout the course of that month to remember what life was like for me within that month. Versus my spirit journal, this is very seasonal, and it's a lot more, it goes over a lot more monumental, pivotal, transitional feelings, different stages of a metamorphosis. And then my last one is my planner. I don't really like using these. I don't think they help. I think that it's easier for me to track things on a day-by-day basis, and I already have other resources to do that. Like on my phone, I have a category called productivity, and the pinned page in my phone is my to-do list for every day. I update that every day. And then this week, here are some things that I want to get done throughout the week. It doesn't matter what day, but definitely throughout the week. But what this does help with is my month at a glance. I can kind of just write it as a whole, so I can keep track of hangouts with families, friends, weddings, important events, things of that nature. So that is how I am tracking my goals, how I am tracking my growth this year. It's how I've been doing it for a few years. That's also where I'm at right now. I'm really excited to really continue to take these next few days slow and intentionally. I think that this chapter for me is very much one of self-discovery and learning myself. And I'm excited to see what that means for who I will be in the spring and the summer and the months where I'm the most active and open and joyful. And let me know in the comments if you like to journal, and if you do, what your ecosystem looks like. If not, tell me what other things you do. Goodbye.